Health Department, Police Pension Board, and Planning Commission, we do have in hand. So
we also have the engineers now, too.
Engineers also, yes, actually just arrived. So I guess when the time comes, we'll look to make a motion to approve those reports that we have in hand. SRI is next on the list as far as update. Is anyone here from SRI tonight?
I'm here. We have a number of projects going on. Old Town Committee has a speaker this month. Scott Doyle from the Pennsylvania Historical Museum Commission will be presenting federal historic tax incentives on November 27th here in this room from 6:30 to 8. In addition, we are trying to do a small business Saturday push for the Saturday after Thanksgiving to promote shopping in the downtown. And we're also doing preparations for the New Year's Eve event, which will be coming right around.
Fantastic. Any questions from anyone in the audience for SRI? Okay. The next item, Jim, I guess, is we have an update on the Redevelopment Authority project at Washington Avenue.
By the end of this week, Washington Avenue should have the water and sewer line hooked up, backfilled. The heat system's going in now. Basement steps are being installed. And finishing touches, I would imagine by next Monday we'll know exactly when we'll have the open house to showcase the home on 202.
So we'll probably at the next meeting be able to get kind of open house information out to everybody.
Definitely, there's no question about that, yes.
Are we looking to send a press release or something, I presume, the time comes to the
We're
Redevelopment
waiting,
Authority?
yes, Francis is going to take care of that. But
Fantastic.
we're playing by ear to make sure we have it locked in, that we don't take and have an early release and we're not ready for it.
Todd, I just want to say that the people we talked to, that I talked to from up there, they said everything was very, there was no interruptions, there was no, so it's a good job with that.
Thank you. Thanks. This next item under unfinished business, approve the payment to Booker Horn in the amount of $4,800.
That'd be a payout for them, and also we have a payout for our HRI page back. Now, right now, Todd, as I was explaining right now, the pay app 20, there's enough money in there to pay that. We're going to approve the rest of them. Of course, as it says here, put them on hold. We're waiting for a check coming out of our RACP money. It was supposed to be cut 3 weeks ago. It's been approved. Linda Culver's office has been on it, trying to find out when they're going to cut the check, but the check's in the mail. You know how that is. As soon as the check shows up well enough that they can square all those up, we'll have the final. We did a final walkthrough last Thursday, and there's a list. There's probably maybe 30 items on it, from adding some more topsoil here and there, but it's all small stuff. But we are working. We were down last week working on the list, but we're trying to wrap that up and have a final closeout. Our goal is, of course, by the end of the year, we want everything done.
So we're looking just to make basically a motion then the second meeting to approve basically payment of those various invoices, assuming funds become available.
Exactly.
Okay. I guess the next item on the list was a discussion of the surveillance camera equipment purchases. As you recall, at the last meeting, we received some information, some bids on at least the cameras. Two of the companies, which were the top two primary bidders on the project, those were national wholesalers for robotics. And as it turned out, when they came to realize that some of their basically resellers, some of their nationwide resellers were actually on the bid list, they removed themselves basically from the bid just because they didn't want to be conflicting with people that they typically sell to. So the third company, which is a company out of Pittsburgh, Genesis Security Integrations, they actually were the next ones on the list, so we were looking basically to bump them up as the third price point, but still the lowest of everybody else, to ultimately provide the cameras. So I just wanted to make everyone aware of that first and foremost. Everything else that we had approved at that time was going through without any issue. Tonight is really kind of the next step in equipment purchasing to begin to wrap up that grant. There will be one more presentation of materials, which I'll have at the next meeting. Some of just the little construction components that we'll actually look to bring in, a little bit of cabling, some stainless steel conduit, things like that we'll need. But I'm going to pass around here this evening a series of quotations that I'm going to look to get approval on at the next meeting. And certainly between meetings, if you have any questions about them, we'll talk it through. The first one is actually from a company, DDB Unlimited. DDB Unlimited is actually the supplier of the aluminum enclosures that we'll actually be able to utilize to house the network video recorders, the Verizon wireless routers, the battery backup systems, etc., at each of the different camera locations that are not mobile. They're a company out of Oklahoma. Those enclosures have been historically used by the telecommunications and networking industry as kind of the standard. I'll be looking again to get approval for that total price for 17 enclosures at a total price, including the shipping and handling, of $28,500.67. Again, that will be coming from the grant. The next item we'll pass around is going to include, actually I'll give this to Joe. Yeah, that's actually, I'm anticipating that's the highest possible amount. They're going to look to consolidate it. It won't be any more than that. I'm actually anticipating freight costs will be cut by about 2/3 once they actually put them on pallets. We're going to have them put 3 per pallet instead of 1, which is what they were looking at today. If you could, Terry, as you're looking here at the back, there's 2 pages, which is actually a photograph. I'll give you a pass along to everyone. Let's go together for Joe's. The second item that we're looking to get approval on tonight is we've talked quite a bit about the importance of ensuring that we have mobile units. The unit pictured is actually the first of 2 options that we'll be presenting tonight for approval in terms of having mobile camera system available. This would be actually for 6 of these CSIS MX Torch camera units. These units come out of the UK. They're integrating in the Mobotics system that we're looking to purchase for the entire system. These basically can be deployed anywhere, anytime. They have 10+ hours of battery life, so they can be mounted on a pole, they can be deployed on a rooftop, they can be mounted on the edge of a building. These will have complete remote control capabilities. Really puts us state-of-the-art in terms of having mobile options for surveillance throughout the city. Again, it's important that we have a camera system that moves to where the criminals are, no matter where they are. And this is the first tool in the toolbox that would give us the ability to do that. And this certainly would put our city on the map in terms of the types of capabilities that we would have. In talking with the company, I think there's an opportunity for us to get some significant press and exposure as a result of integrating that system into what we've talked about.
It'd be a pain job, I gotta ask.
Yep.
UK, can it buy American?
Not in this particular case. Unfortunately, they don't make them here. Most surveillance systems and equipment is all made overseas. It's electronics. It's hard to find a camera produced in the U.S. today. So either you're buying from China or you're buying from Europe. And what I can tell you is, at least in terms of surveillance, European surveillance systems and cameras, especially German optics and cameras, have been really the best of the best. So unfortunately in this case we don't have a U.S. option, but this particular system certainly at least gets us as close to stateside as what we can get. Yep, no, good question.
The way we see it here in this case is that what this quote is?
Correct. It includes the case plus a carry case and all basically the accessories that go along with it as listed there.
And then these are just, and then this one's different.
No, that's actually the quote for this. I just wanted you to see exactly